This hole is deeper than Mount Everest is tall, and it is 9 inches wide. They drilled for 22 years. Then they stopped, welded a steel cap over the top, and walked away. Search for it online, and you'll be told what they heard coming up from the bottom. That story is a lie. The truth is stranger. It sits in the Arctic, near Russia's border with Norway, inside the ruins of a research station nobody maintains. 12,262 meters, straight down, deeper than the Mariana Trench. Still, the deepest hole human beings have ever made. Not in Siberia, not drilled for oil. So why is it there? The Kola Peninsula is not a random dot on a map. Most of the planet wears a blanket, kilometers of sand, mud, and stone laid down over millions of years. Drill almost anywhere, and you spend years grinding through that blanket before you touch anything ancient. Kola has no blanket. Here the Baltic Shield reaches the surface, bare continental crust, some of it close to 3 billion years old. The deep past isn't buried, it's under your boots. That is the entire reason the site was chosen. Every meter drilled here was a meter of real science. In May of 1970, the Soviets started turning the bit. They weren't hunting oil, they were racing the Americans downward. The rig stood inside a tower 9 stories high, in a place where winter lasts half the year. Around it grew a small scientific town, laboratories, dormitories, a canteen. Hundreds of people whose entire job was to send a drill bit into the dark and pull rock back up. The bit itself was a strange invention. Only the tip rotated, driven by mud pumped down from above. One trip down and back took hours. Every core they raised was stone that had never seen daylight. By 1979, they'd passed 7 kilometers and taken the world record. Moscow was delighted. The target was 15,000 meters. Nobody at the surface suspected the Earth had a limit in mind. Below 7 kilometers, the rock changed its mind. Temperatures at the bottom were supposed to reach about 100 degrees Celsius. They hit 180. At that heat, under that pressure, granite stops behaving like stone. It softens. It creeps. The crew watched the hole close behind the drill, like a wound sealing itself. Bits deformed. Pipe strings snapped and stayed down there, forcing new branches around the wreckage. In 1989, they reached 12,262 meters, and then simply could not go further. 3 more years of trying gained nothing, and while they were failing, something else was happening on the surface. The country paying for all of it stopped existing. Drilling ended in 1992. The station was decommissioned, the equipment sold for scrap, the borehole capped, and into that silence came the story. In 1989, a small evangelical magazine in Finland printed a claim. Soviet scientists had broken into a burning cavity, lowered a microphone, and recorded the screams of the damned. American television broadcast it as proof. The audio still circulating today is looped horror film sound effects. The legend puts the hole in Siberia at 14.4 kilometers at 1,000 degrees. All 3 are wrong. No microphone was ever lowered. What they actually found was better. Liquid water, where no model allowed it. Hydrogen bubbling out of solid rock. And fossils of microscopic life, 2 billion years old, 6 kilometers down. There was one more discovery, and it's the one that matters. Seismic surveys had long predicted a boundary down there. Granite giving way to basalt, a clean line beneath every continent. The drill went straight through, where that line should have been. It wasn't there. The granite simply continued, a layer printed in every textbook, erased by a single hole. That's the point of Kola. It was placed on the oldest, best understood ground on Earth, precisely because we thought we knew what lay underneath. 12 kilometers later, we knew less than when we started, and we knew it honestly. That's why it's there, not a doorway to hell. A hole we dug to find out we were wrong. Every place hides a story like this, just beneath the surface. We'll keep digging them up, one map at a time.